Yun po nangyari. Itong katotohanan eh. Napaikot tayo eh. And even our system, which is partly owned by the Lenovo because sila ay partner in accordance with their website. At ang may-ari nun po ay Chinese. And that was established in Beijing. Eh, Mr. Chairman, kung ang Homeland Security, United States, napasok nila, tayo pa kaya?
Pinanganak sa isang malayong barangay. Ang nagpaanak, kumadrona. Nag-avail ng late registration, a minimum of at least 10 years. Like this Alice Guo sa farm. Halos pare-pare, 90% na nag-avail niya na Chinese. Eh, yun lang ang modus. Yun ang kanilang justification. Pinanganak ng kumadrona, hindi sa ospital pinanganak. Sa farm lagi pinapanganak.
We have found out, Mr. Chairman, along with our questioning in the last hearing, that the PSA have contracted a private company in the name of Unisys. Actually, ngayon lang po natin nalaman no last hearing that ang PSA contracted a PPP project with a Unisys Corporation. Am I right, PSA?
Yes, sir.
Correct, di ba? At itong contract natin sa Unisys, nasa phase 2 na po tayo, correct?
Yes po.
At magkano yung first phase 1 natin na inubos na pera ng ano? Actually, kung public-private partnership siya, Ma'am Marisa, so basically, kung public-private partnership siya, ang unang gumagastos dito yung private, correct?
Yes, sir.
How much was spent for the phase 1?
For the phase 1, sorry, I have to get it, sir. But for the phase 2, we have
1.59 yung phase 2. I'm
1.5
asking
billion.
for the phase 1. How much was the phase 1?
We'll check mo na yun.
Ito mga pupunta kayo dito, hindi kayo handa. PSA.
Sorry po.
You know the phase 2 is 1 billion and 59 million. 590 million. 1.5. Magkano yung phase 1?
The phase 1 kasi, sir, is a build, operate, transfer.
Oh, so it's a different scheme, BOT?
Under PPP pa rin po siya.
PPP pa rin siya, pero build, operate, transfer.
Yeah.
For how many years? 13 years.
From the original contract, sir, was 10 years, and it was extended because we had to have a bidding, the bidding process for the phase 2.
So you contracted Unisys. Did you undergo a due diligence
Yes,
before
sir.
accepting yung sa bidding process ng Unisys?
The bidding process goes through the PPP, Your Honor, for the phase 1, and also for the phase 2, there's an open bidding conducted.
Are you aware of the problem that have been encountered by the Unisys in the United States, the Department of Homeland Security?
No.
Are you aware of it?
No, sir.
You are not aware of it. Yung problema ng Unisys sa FBI na kung saan they have contracted the Unisys Corporation sa Department of Homeland Security, which was discussed in the Committee of the Congress of the United States, wherein they were accused of criminal fraud. And if I may read, Mr. Chairman, in 2006, Washington Post reported that the FBI was investigating Unisys for alleged cybersecurity lapses under the company's contract with the United States Department of Homeland Security. A number of security lapses supposedly occurred during the contract, including incidents in which data was transmitted to Chinese servers. Are you not aware of this? That this Unisys already encountered so much problems. Meron pa ako isang kaso sa kanila. Unisys also. And you contacted and contracted with this Unisys Corporation. 150 computers, according to FBI, were transferred to the Chinese government. All the data of the Department of Homeland Security. Are you not aware of this?
We had no knowledge about it.
Yun.
Your Honor.
Yun ang problema natin. Hindi tayo nag-due diligence. Ang problem, Mr. Chairman, dito po sa 1.7 billion contract ng Department of Homeland Security, yung kanilang 150 computer were traced to a Chinese language website for hackers. And this stealing of data and sending it to Chinese site, all the while that Unisys was certifying to the government that its network was secured. So kung Department of Homeland Security, ang kanilang mga data ay nanakaw ng Chinese government, what more? Ang Philippine government. Unisys, are you aware of this problem that was encountered by your company?
Good morning, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
No, I'm not aware about that.
You are not aware. You are from the Unisys,
I am from Unisys Managed Services Corporation.
He's the president.
and you are the president.
Yes.
Hindi mo alam itong naging problema ng korporasyon ninyo?
Nope, I'm not aware.
And you are not aware also of the Washington Post na pinag-imbestigahan sa committee ng Department of Homeland Security ni Representative certain Jim Lunchbin, I think from Illinois, that ang contractor ng Homeland Security na Unisys accused of overbilling their customers. And in accordance with your Glassdoor salaries of the Unisys in the Philippines, meron dito IT service desk analyst na kumikita o sinusweldohan nyo ng 324,000 to 420,000. Is this correct? President ng Unisys.
I'm not
Website nyo to, brother. Ha?
Yeah.
Babanggitin ko isa-isa. Okay.
If I may, Congressman Fernandez, the issue is equally as important as the issue that we're tackling today. This is about drugs. And that issue, as I stated, is equally important. Maybe we can, may
Summarize.
I ask your indulgence that we just tackle this in the other matters.
I will abbreviate, Mr. Chairman.
Please, okay.
Para for the...
You're given
okay.
the...
Abbreviate ko na lang, Mr. Chairman. The reason why I'm trying to explore this issue is because yung Unisys po, Mr. Chairman, I was about to go there. During that time, they were accused by the Department of Homeland Security of having a criminal fraud and transferring all the data to the Chinese government. Documented to. And now, nasa taon po tayo ng 2024. Kasi, ang Unisys po is in partnership with Lenovo. Are you aware of this, that you are in partnership with Lenovo? Ang Unisys? Tatapusin ko na po ito, Mr. Chairman. Because,
Please wrap up,
and the reason why I'm trying to tell this, Mr. Chairman, that the Unisys is in partnership with Lenovo because Lenovo is a Chinese computer company. At yun ang ginagamit po ng ating digitalization, yung ating automation by the PSA. At kung ang ginagamit natin pong mga infrastructure, hardware, software, is under Lenovo, which is in partnership with Unisys, Mr. Chairman, all our data, hindi na tayo makakapag-complain. Nasa kanila na lahat. The millions of data of me, you, and everybody in here were already been gathered by the Chinese government. And that's the reason why I'm asking the PSA, bakit hindi natin alam to? Dito tayo na-compromise, Mr. Chairman, not only with the local civil registrar, na kung saan ay na-abbreviate din po nila yung procedure on the late registration. Because they have issued a memorandum circular na kung saan binabanggit, Mr. Chairman, napakadali na po ng pagkuha ng late registration. If I may, Mr. Chairman, no? Siguro, ano ko na lang po mamaya, explore ko na lang. But, ang issue po natin dito sa PSA, 5 na lang po ang requirements. How many requirements do we have, PSA? Doon sa late registration?
Under AO number 1, series of 1993, minimum requirements of 5, but in the JMC guidelines issued in 2021 with the DILG, we added additional requirements, Your Honor. And recently, we have already provided the additional guidelines for the delayed registration through Memorandum Circular 2024-17. This was published on June 12. So ang effectivity po nito ay June 12. And we have additional mandatory requirements to make sure that the identity of the person pagka nagpa-delayed registration.
The reason why I am asking this, Mr. Chairman, no, kasi nakita po natin that the foreigners, especially yung mga Chinese foreigners, ang ginagamit po nila ay yung late registration and yung bibigay po nila ng data sa system natin that is being owned by Lenovo in partnership with the Unisys. In other words, Mr. Chairman, nakaka-access sila directly. Kaya nga, nung nakaraang hearing tayo, nagtataka tayo, bakit sa LCR, wala naman silang pinorward sa PSA, pero ang PSA nakapag-issue. So in other words, sa level pa lamang ng PSA, nakikita natin that namamanipulate na po nila yung pagbibigay ng tinatawag nating certificate para magamit nila sa pag-issue ng passport. Thereby, nagiging Pilipino na sila at pag Pilipino na sila, nakakabili na sila ng property. Yun po nangyari, itong katotohanan napaikot tayo And even our system, which is partly owned by the Lenovo because sila ay partner in accordance with their website, at ang may-ari nun po ay Chinese, and that was established in Beijing, Mr. Chairman, kung ang Homeland Security, United States na pasok nila, tayo pa kaya? Di po ba? Kaya tinatanong ko, Mr. Chairman, and I'm really shocked as well because this Memorandum Circular number 2023 ng 2006, basahin po ninyo. The reason for the late registration, ang sinasabi po dito, under this project, website nyo to, the requirements for late registration of birth were relaxed. Nirelax nila yung mga requirements ng birth certificate for the tinatawag natin birth registration assistance project. Marisa, bakit na-relax ang mga requirements sa late registration? Yung tinatawag nating BRAP.
Okay. Birth registration assistance project, sir, is a special project that we launched in February of 2022 para po ito sa 3.7 million unregistered Filipinos who belong to the marginalized sectors. Yung relaxation of the requirements are pertaining to the special groups only. Ito yung mga indigenous people, Muslim Filipinos, yung mga poor sector na hindi po marating ng ating serbisyo ng civil registration. Kung kaya meron po tayong PhilSys Birth Registration Assistance Project or BIRAP na tinatawag po natin. So specifically for that marginalized sector lang po yung relaxation of the requirements because we identified na ito yung mga nahihirapan po na magkaroon ng legal identity dahil wala po silang mga supporting documents. So ang ni-require po natin dyan is the negative certification, which is a free issuance from the PSA para po ma-avoid yung double or multiple registration, the affidavit of two disinterested person, the affidavit of delayed registration, valid IDs kung meron po, and the barangay certificate. So these are the minimum requirements that we required. Kasama po natin yan yung mga LGU partners natin. So we had a MOA with our local civil registry offices to the LGUs para po sa special projects na to. But it's not, sir. The regular guidelines is the one I mentioned. Ito yung AO number 1, series of 1993, or the joint memorandum circular. Ito yung pinaka-latest with DILG, which is in 2021. So dun po papasok dapat yung mga regular na delayed registration process po natin.
Okay. Marisa, napakaganda ng project, di ba? Yung birth registration assistance project for IPs, for Muslim brothers natin, and also the poorest of the poor. Di ba? Yun yung mga sinasabi sa BRAP Yan ang tutulungan natin para magkaroon sila ng registration ng kanilang birth. Kasi nga, ano sila, delayed, di ba? But will you agree with me that this is being abused and being used also by the foreigners? Yes or no?
Well, sir, based dun sa ongoing natin.
Yes or no
na
lang
mga-
naman tinatanong ko.
Okay, okay. No, sir.
No.
We
Are
have
you
a
sure?
master list ng
Are you
lahat.
sure? Wala, sandali. Are you sure na hindi? Samantalang si Eddie Yang nabigyan niyo ng ano? Nabigyan niyo ng birth ng ano ng birth certificate?
Sir, I'm
You
talking,
have issued birth certificate under PSA without the validation ng LCR. Now, ang tanong, kanina tinanong ko, nagagamit ba ito ng mga foreigners? Ang sagot mo, no.
for the delayed registration, yes, we have that, sir. But for the birth registration assistance project, we have a master list po ng lahat ng beneficiaries which are submitted
But
by
mali-
our local civil
Yes.
registrars to our PSO. So as I mentioned a while ago, Your Honor, we conduct negative verification before the
correct.
delayed registration.
Marisa, correct. Nag-i-issue
for the
kayo.
BIRA, for
Wait,
the
I'm
BIRA.
talking. You wait while I'm speaking. We will give you a chance. Di ba? Nag-i-issue kayo ng negative certificate from PSA. Pag nakakuha na yung tao ng negative certificate, kasi ito nga nirelax nyo nga yung requirements, 5 na lang Isa sa mga requirements, ako, foreigner, kukuha ako ng tinatawag ng negative omnibus certification from PSA. And then, ang susunod na requirement, pupunta ako sa local civil registrar. Correct? Magbibigay ako ng birth certificate ko. And then, an affidavit behind that live birth certificate ay yung tinatawag ng affidavit kung bakit siya late nag-register. Correct? Yes or no lang? Yes or no?
That's the process, sir.
Yes, process. Second process. Ano ang third process? Affidavit of two interested person. 3. Di ba? Napakadali ng mga process ha. Para sa mga foreigners na yan, pang-apat na process, pupunta sa punong barangay. Di ba? At sasabihin niya sa punong barangay, issue mo ako ng indigency. And we all know the barangays, di ba? They can easily issue indigency. Di ba? Di ba? Hindi mo alam yan. Alam namin yan. Mga congressman kami. Alam namin ang mga barangay namin. At kapag nakapag-issue na sila ng indigency, the last requirement is any proof of identity. Driver's license, barangay certification. That's it. And that's all. You relax the requirements. Lili mga requirements. The project is so good for IPs, Muslim sectors, and other poorest of the poor. But this is being abused by the foreigners. Kaya marami tayo nakapag-own ng property. Kaya sila nagkaroon ng mga passport Because they issued this Nakapag-issue sa PSA because nag-issue kayo ng negative certification. At pag-issue nyo, wala silang kopya sa PSA, pupunta sila sa LCR. Di ba? Ay attach na nila affidavit nila ng late registration. And then, 2 affidavit ng uninterested person. And then, indigency. And then, ID lang. So, Chairman, yun po nakikita natin problema dito. Because we have established that nakakapag-issue ang PSA even without all the necessary requirements coming from the LCR. And if that is happening, Mr. Chairman, isa pa lang yung nakita natin. Pero maraming nakabili ng mga lupa ng mga foreigners. Kaya dito, Mr. Chairman, I don't want to explore because ang dami talagang problema nung Unisys na kanilang kinontrata. Aside from they have partners in the Chinese companies, ito pong proseso nila na nirelax nila ang requirement ng late registration. And that's the reason why nagkaroon po tayo ng mga passport sa mga foreigners.
Thank you, Congressman Fernandez. That was a very good observation, and we will get to that at the appropriate time. In the meantime, dito muna tayo mag-focus sa
Mr. Chair,
yes, Congressman Ako.
may I request PSA to submit to us a copy of their contract with Unisys so that we can conduct a study, what are their obligations and other parts of the agreement
We have already submitted yesterday, last night, sir,
the contract?
the contract, the concession agreement.
Yes, you have submitted it already. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Congressman Akop. Moving forward, for the information of the honorable members, the PSA has created a technical working group. Correct me if I'm wrong, PSA. So
Yes,
you have
sir.
already created a technical working group as a result of our previous committee hearings in this committee. Because of this, they came out with a new guidelines as to the late registration implementation, correct?
Yes, sir.
Kasi nakakatawa nga naman na karamihan ng nag-a-avail nung late registration, LCR lang, o hindi kaya, iba wala pang endorsement from LCR, PSA issues directly an endorsement, kaya nagkakaroon sila ng birth certificate. At karamihan dun sa birth certificate, nakasulat pinanganak sa isang malayong barangay. Pangalawa, ang nagpaanak, kumadrona. Pangatlo, nag-avail ng late registration, a minimum of at least 10 years. 10 to, like this Alice Guo, she availed of the late registration 17 years after sa farm. Diba? And we all know that. Diba? So this is quite, this is in fact ridiculous, no? Na halos pare-pare, 90% na nag-avail niya na Chinese. Yun lang ang modus. Yun ang kanilang justification. Pinanganak ng kumadrona, hindi sa ospital pinanganak. Sa farm lagi pinapanganak. Sa malayong lugar. So now that the TWG created by PSA as a result of our committee hearings has now made it difficult for anyone to avail of the late registration policy.
Mr. Chair.
Because of this, nakita natin na hindi na ganun kadali for the Chinese citizens na maka-avail nito. But another issue that was raised by Congressman Dan Fernandez dun sa Lenovo, Unisys, PSA engagement, no? Apparently, what Congressman Dan Fernandez is saying is that there could be some sort of a collusion, no, perpetuated by the Chinese company Lenovo and some PSA employees to justify or to issue a birth certificate to anyone who wishes to avail of the late registration policy. So,
quickly lang, Chairman, quickly lang.
very
Hindi,
quick lang. Sige.
Kasi sabi niyo nagkaroon sila ng parang tinatawag na what you call this committee to TWG. But may I be allowed to ask the COA para magkaroon na tayo ng tinatawag na auditing of this agreement that entered into by the PSA, because precisely the money that are being paid for this concession or for this public-private partnership are also owned by the Filipino people. Kasi nagcha-charge sila sa atin binabayaran din for certain years, or hindi ko alam, and that's the reason why I wanted to have an audit report on this by the Commission on Audit to try to find out. Kasi dito, Mr. Chairman, miski doon sa, ito kasi ang inakusa sa kanila sa United States nag-o-overprice sila sa, even in the employees. Sa employees nila, Mr. Chairman, binabanggit doon sa kaso ng Homeland Security that in-overcharge nila ang mga employees nila, pero kalahati lang ang binibigay sa employee. And we do believe, Mr. Chairman, dito sa Unisys, Philippines, there is 3 to 4 million na sweldo ng isang employee. Merong 500,000, 600,000. So, binobloat nila yung sweldo ng mga employees, and these are being kept by the company itself, which in accordance with the investigation of the Congress of the United States. I think, Mr. Chairman, it's high time for us to include the Commission on Audit to find out 2,000 ang tao ng Unisys. Am I correct? 2,000, meron kayong building na pinagawa at 2,000 ang tao ninyo?
Approximately 2,000.
Yes, 2,000 ang mga employees nila. And dito sa salary na nakalagay dito, Mr. Chairman, Isipin mo, meron dito 600,000, Mr. Chairman, pero ano lamang siya, IT service desk analyst lang siya. Oh, meron dito 360,000 to 480 to 840 team leader lang siya.
Napaka-generous ng...
Kaya nga, nagtataka ako na mabasa ko to, Mr. Chairman, having these salaries being given, gusto ko na mag-apply sa kanila.
Can
Mr.
you
Chairman.
confirm that, Mr. President?
Oh, Mr. Chairman, ito, site lead. Alam mo kung magkano sweldo? 3 to 4 million.
Ano yan?
Site lead. Website nyo yan.
Can you confirm that, please? What's his name? Mr. President, can you confirm
Unisys.
that these salaries
If
are...
I may clarify, Your Honor, that information came from Glassdoor, and is that correct? Sorry,
Correct.
for me to confirm, right?
This is correct.
Yep,
No,
and
is
that's
that correct? If the
the
information
salary
came from
for the
Glassdoor.
US.
Yes. Can you kindly submit to us the salaries of these 2,000 employees? These are not employees of the PSA, ah. These are employees of the Unisys.
Okay, for this one, I would like to be clarified, Your Honor, that the contract that we have for PSA is under Unisys Managed Services Corporation.
Yes.
That is where we have these 2,000 heads
Yes.
as of the moment, and their salary is actually not that figure that you are stating. We can provide you the details, Your Honor.
Please submit to us the true salaries of these 2,000 employees because yun na nga sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina, merong FBI report sa inyo sa Unisys. Ayan, contractor accused of overbilling the US citizens. At yung sobrang sinesweldo ng mga employees ay napapupunta sa company. Hindi ako nagsabi niyan, ha?
Yep.
Washington Post yan.
Yep.
Saka yung US Congress.
Yep. I acknowledge that, Your Honor, but yeah, would like to, get to the specific on that detail.
Submit to us. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Will do.
Thank you, Congressman Fernandez.